The Nigerian army has planned to unravel one of his deadliest troops as the Chief of Armed Staff, Lagwaja, plans on ways to end IPOB sit at home in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update. Sit tight and don't touch the dial. Remember that you can hit me up on the super chat or on the Fans Club. The Chief of Armed Staff plans on how to end IPOB sit at home in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Several leaders of the southeast, such as Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State and his Enugu state counterpart, Peter Mba, have made separate effort to stop the sit-at-home order, but the sit-at-home order has continued in the region. The Chief of Armed Staff, Toret Lagbaja, said collaborative effort among leaders of the southeast will be significant in ending the illegal sit-at-home order in the region, often enforced by the faction of the indigenous people of Biafra. IPOB is a group leading the agitation for an independent state of Biafra, which it wants carved out from the southeast and some parts of south-south Nigeria. Mr. Lagbaja, a lieutenant general, disclosed this on Wednesday during an operational visit in 14th Brigade of the Nigerian Army at the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan Barracks in Ohofia, Abia State. According to a statement by Army spokesperson Onyema Nwachukwu, a Major General, the Army Chief reiterated that the involvement of everyone in the region will restore the region to normalcy, where socio-economic activities will blossom again. At the Army Barracks, Mr. Lagbaja charged troops of Nigerian Army in the area to ensure that peace returns to the troubled parts of the southeast, stressing that the task must be done to restore public confidence for Nigerians to go about their normal businesses without fear of intimidation. Mr. Lagbaja further urged the troops to remain resolute in the conduct of their operational tasks and loyal to President Bola Tinubu as well as the Nigerian Constitution. He told the troops that they must adhere to extant rules of engagement, respect the fundamental human rights of Nigeria, above all, conduct themselves professionally in line with global best practices, noting that the Nigerian government has supported the army tremendously. The Nigerian government has complained about the recent trending slogan, "No grief for anybody." According to the Nigerian police, they say that this particular slogan that is trending in 2024 could cause a lot of problems. The catchphrase, which has gained virality in the Nigerian social media space and on the streets, has been humorously adopted as the nationwide motto for 2024, symbolizing a refusal to tolerate any form of nonsense or bullying. Speaking at a press briefing in Abuja on Tuesday, January 09, 2023, Muyiwa Adejobi, the first spokesperson, revealed that intelligence reports indicate the potential dangers associated with the catchphrase. Adejobi stated that although it may be perceived as ordinary banter, the security community views it as a hazardous slogan. The new slogan for 2024 for young people is "No degree for anybody," Adejobi stated. "We have been informed from our intelligence that this is coming from the retributory sector that might likely cause problems across the country." He stressed that "no degree for anybody" is considered normal talk by many, but is regarded as a very dangerous slogan within the security community, capable of triggering widespread crises. During the press briefing, Adejobi also provided updates on recent security incidents. He announced that 3 individuals linked to the Christmas Eve attacks on communities in Plateau State have been apprehended. The suspects were identified as Ahmed Suleiman, Baliku Aliyu, and Aboki Samuel. The police assured the public that investigations are ongoing to unravel the motives behind the attacks and to identify any potential collaborators involved in the planning or executing the violence. Since the death of TB Joshua, the founder of the Synagogue Church, there has been a lot of controversies surrounding the activities of the prophet TB Joshua while he was still alive, and many people have come openly to make lots of confessions with regards with how them and Prophet TB Joshua had their time when he was alive. As it is, BBC has televised a lot of faces who confessed to know TB Joshua very closely, and also they did a lot of confession on the happenings that happened when the prophet was alive. But as it is, the Synagogue Church themselves has said that they don't know the characters in the BBC's documentaries. The Synagogue Church of All Nations has reacted to the BBC documentary Disciples, the Cult of TB Joshua, which portrayed the late founder Temitope Joshua, aka TB Joshua, in a negative light. BBC released a documentary accusing the late TB Joshua of multi-crimes, including allegation of rape against certain members. The three-part documentary published on Monday on BBC's official YouTube page featured over 24 SCON ex-members, disciples. These individuals hailing from Nigeria, South Africa, and United Kingdom and having reside at the synagogue in Lagos shared account of alleged sexual assault, manipulation, forced abortion, and other abuses attributed to the late cleric. The SCOAN's Public Affairs Director, Dêàďliēşt, in a statement published in Vanguard on Tuesday, claimed that the individuals the BBC interviewed and featured in the expository documentary were unfamiliar to the church. Mr. Dêàďliēşt maintained that the documentary was aimed at disabusing public minds. The SCOAN stated that while investigating and reporting are at the core of journalism, straying from the ethical principles is unacceptable. Highlighting journalism's role as a societal watchdog, the church stressed the importance of fairness, balance, and objectivity for the media to maintain dignity as the fourth estate. The SCOAN said BBC compromised journalistic ethics by adopting fictional narrative, propaganda, and transforming itself into a tool for destructive motives against a perceived enemy under the guise of journalism. The SCOAN further stated that only the BBC can clarify the reasons behind its departure from responsible journalism. According to the church, BBC delivered biased and disheartening report from disgruntled sources, likening them to giving the public rocks instead of real bread. According to the SCOAN, thousands of individuals have experienced miracles and greatly benefited from the anointing and grace bestowed upon them by the Lord through his servant TB Joshua. The SCOAN further stated that BBC would not have lost anything. Perhaps it had gone to the church to have direct experience of what was happening in the church. The church added that instead of disguising as visitors, BBC opted to reply on disgruntled and manipulated individuals unknown to some. The SCOAN condemned the BBC documentary, labeling it disgraceful to hear and insulting to witness. Questioning the professionalism of the supposed well-trained reporters, the church said that the sponsors behind the BBC documentary seemed motivated by envy towards the church's ongoing expansion, akin to a flourishing tree planted by the riverside. This, to say the least, is insulting to our professional and public intelligence. One thing is obvious: hundreds of BBC's charades cannot rubbish the indelible footprint of TB Joshua's legacies on earth again. Those beneficiaries are all over the place and cannot be disputed. They are lining up and responding angrily to this imperialistic broadcasting station. When I don't see as it happen, this one is coming from TB Joshua's television station. Of course, you know that they have their own personal television station, and the head now says that what BBC did is insulting and is against ethics of journalism, that BBC should have come by themselves and carry out the investigation. And according to them, he said the faces that were televised by BBC were not familiar or known by the church. This is coming from the church management, from Emmanuel Church, the Synagogue of God Church Management, formerly led by late T.B. Joshua, prophet as he is known. His people are saying that the people that were televised by BBC were unknown by the church. How are we going to clarify this? How are we going to find out the truth? How are we going to boil the ikokoko, except there is breeze, we go fit open the ikokoko? Meanwhile, remember that you are still with your one and only Yokopus master, the man with the see far. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first one to collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.